Video, I'm going to use two methods to approach this problem. Okay, now let's consider case one. Case one, what you are going to do, remember that 6 you're seeing can also be seen as what? 2 times of 3. 2 times 3 give us 6. But the power here is x. So I'm not wrong in any way if I decide to write this as into 2 multiplied by what? 3, or to the power of what? X. Because I know that 2 times 3 is 6, and the 6 is to the power of what? X. Then minus what? 3 to the power of what? X equals to what? 20 what? 20 what? 7. Right? This is what? 27. 20 what? 7. Okay? Now, at this point, what am I going to do? Remember that by one of the properties of indices, they have into a multiplied by b all to the power of n, that this is equals to a to the power of n multiplied by b to the power of what? N. So that this become what? 2 to the power of x multiplied by 3 to the power of x minus 3 to the power of x equals what? 20 what? 27. Wow, this is amazing. Now let's observe carefully. You can see that something is common. What is common? We can see that 3 to the power of x is common. We can factorize 3 to the power of x out because it's common into, if we divide 2 to the power of x multiplied by 3 to the power of x, if we divide by 3 to the power of x, this will cancel out this. We are left with just 2 to the power of x. So what will be left is 2 to the power of what? 2 to the power of x, as you can see. Now if we divide minus 3 to the power of x divided by 3 to the power of x, we have just minus what? 1, right? So what we left is just minus what? 1. Everything is equals to what? 20 what? 27. Wow. Then what are we going to do here? Now pay clear attention. What you are going to do is to concentrate on what? 27. Do you know that we can find the product of what? 27. What did I mean by product? We know that number that you multiply together, we have 27. And again, you know that 9 times 3 is what? 9 times 3 gives us 27, right? So what are we going to do? Because we know that 9 times 3 is 27. So we're going to have, this is what? 3 to the power of s into 2 to the power of s minus 1 is equals to what? 9 times what? 3. Because I know that 9 times 3 is what? 27. Now take note and look at what you're going to do. Since this is a product and this also a product, I want you to know that no matter what s will be, 3 to the power of s must be greater than 2 to the power of x minus 1. Please take note. That means 2 to the power of s minus 1 will be less than 3 to the power of what? X. The same thing that happened here. That means 9 is greater than what? 3. It also means that 3 is less than what? 9. Now looking at this, we can do something very interesting here, right? Now look at what you are going to do. That means we are going to add that this is 3 to the power of x into 2 to the power of x minus 1 is equals to what? 9 multiplied by what? 3. Since we are agreed by this, we can equate it to what? Equate this to 9, also equate this to what? 3. It means that 3 to the power of s is equals to what? 9. And 2 to the power of x minus 1 is equals to what? 3. Now, if we put 9 in index form, we have 3 to the power of 2. So that means 3 to the power of s is equals to 3 to the power of what? 2. And 3 to the power of 2 is 9. Since the bases are the same, we can do without them and equal the powers. We can do without them. We see that x is equals to what? 2. This is the only value of x that satisfies this equation. And again, from here, we can add 1 to both sides. We see that we have 2 to the power of s equals to 3 plus what? 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. It means that 2 to the power of s is equals to what? 4. And we can put 4 in index 4. Remember that 4 in index 4 simply means 2 times 2, which is seen was 2 to the power of 2. So that means 2 to the power of 2 is equals to, 2 to the power of s equals to 2 to the power of what? 2. Now the bases are the same. And since the bases are the same, we can do without them and equal the powers. So this cancel out this. So s is equals to what? 2. And also this is also the value of s. They are the same. So the only value of s to this question is s equals to 2. Now let's go and work with this. We said that s 3 to the power of s must be greater than 2 to the power of s minus 1. Now let's see. Our x is 2. So that means 3 to the power of 2 must be greater than 2 to the power of 2 minus 1. Now let's see if this is true, but it must be true. Now this is 9 minus, 9 is greater than 4 minus 1 because 2 to the power of 2 is 4. And 4 minus 1 is 3. So that means 9 is greater than what? 3. This is excellent. Okay, because 9 is greater than 3. And again, we say 3 to the power of what? 2 to the power of s minus 1 must be less than this. All this is 3. So 3 is less than what? 9. Fine. Wow, this is amazing. This is pocket right? So this is the solution to this question. Now, have you seen case 1? Case 1 is so pocket-genius. Now let's consider case 2. But remember that the same answer we got here in case 1 is the same answer we're going to got in what? In case 2.
Now let's consider
so let's consider case 2.
But the answer must be
what? The same as s equals to what? 2. Now look at the question. The question is 6 to the power of s minus 2 to the power of s equals to what? 27. Okay? Now take note. Take note that I can write 6 to the power of s as 6 to the power of x is equals to 6 to the power of what? X divided by 2 or to the power of what? 2. Take note, okay? This is equals to this. Because 2 we can also add 2, I'm left with this. And again, that 3 to the power of x is equals to bracket what? 3 to the power of what? X divided by 2 or to the power of what? 2. If this is true, it means that into 6 to the power of what? X divided by 2 or to the power of 2 minus what? Into 3 to the power of x divided by 2 or to the power of 2 is equals to what? 27. Wow, this is amazing. This is pocket-genius, right? At this point, what are we going to do? I can say let 6 to the power of x divided by 2 equals to what? A, and 3 to the power of s divided by 2 equals to what? B. And what this is a to the power of 2 minus b to the power of 2 equals to what? 27. And don't forget that I'm going to express 27 in the product of two numbers, which is 9 times of what? 3. Because 9 times 3 is what? Is 27. So what this is a to the power of 2 minus b to the power of 2 is equals to 9 times what? 3. 9 times 3 is 27. Take note that a square minus b square is difference of 2 square. I can write it as into a plus b, then into a minus what? B equals to what? 9 multiplied by what? 3. And I want you to understand that into a plus b must be greater than into a minus what? B. That means into a minus b is less than what? Is less than into a plus what? B. That means into a plus b into a minus b is equals to 9 multiplied by what? 3. It also means that you can equate this to 9 and also equate this to what? 3. That means a plus b is equals to 9, and we can call this equation what? 1. And a minus b is equals to 3, as you can see this as equation what? 2. Wow, this is amazing. This is what? Simultaneous what? Equation. Take note that if you can know the value of a and b, we can also determine the value of what? X. Now let's use elimination method so I can very fast with it. Okay, so a I've already got because a minus a is 0. Minus times minus is plus. B plus b will give us 2b. We have this as 2b equals to 9 minus 3 is 6. We have this as 6. So if we divide here by 2, also divide here by what? 2. 2 cancel out, so our b is equals to what? 3. This is the value of b. Because 2 children and you gave them 6 oranges to share in equal rates, you are going to take what? 3. And this is the value of v. Let's know the value of x. Sorry, let's know the value of b and a. We know that a minus b is equals to 3 from equation 2. And we're going to our b is 3. It means that a minus 3 is equals to what? 3. By adding 3 to both sides, it means our a is equals to 3 plus what? 3. And 3 plus 3 is 6. So it means our a is equals to what? 6. This is the value of a. Wow, this is amazing. Now that we are getting the value of a and b, we are okay. We are free to find the value of x. Now let's recall something very interesting. Let's recall that, okay? Recall that from here, we know that 6 to the power of s divided by 2 is equals to what? A. As you can see here, look at it here. And we are going to our a is 6 here. So it means that 6 to the power of s divided by 2 is equals to what? 6. And take note that the power of this 6 here is what? 1. The power of this 6 here is 1. And the bases are what? The same. Since the bases are the same, we can do without them and equal the powers. So we can do without them and see that s divided by 2 is equals to what? 1. And the denominator of this 1 is also 1. By cross multiply, you see that here is what? 1. 1 times s gives us what? X. And 2 times 1 will give us what? 2. And this is the value of x. Wow, this is pocket-genius. Now let's see when b is equals to what? When b is equals to 3. Because we must also have the value of s as s equals to what? 2. Now let's also recall that, okay, recall that from here that 3 to the power of s divided by 2 is equals to what? B. And we know that our b is 3. It means that 3 to the power of s divided by 2 is equals to what? 3. And the power of this 3 here is 1. Now, since the bases are the same, we can also do without it and equal the powers, right? Because our target is to find the value of what? X. Now, by cross multiply, as you can see, that means our s also is equals to what? 2. And this is the value of x to this particular question. Now, let me ask you a question. Consider case 1 and consider case 2. Which one do you find so interesting? Let me look at this. Case 2 can be so much what? Interesting. So much interesting because we apply some of the principles of what? Indices, and also including what? Simultaneous what? Equations, which make it what? Fantastic. So thank you so much for watching. Please, if you find it very interesting, don't hesitate. Do it to like, comment, and share it to loved ones so others will learn. And again, if you're not subscribed to this channel, consider to subscribe so that anytime we load up certain videos, you'll be notified. So thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye.